Welcome. Good morning and welcome to the Money Room. I'm your girl, Finance Muslima. As always, you guys know we talk all things mindset and money. This is Friday. I have some really good stuff to talk about as always. I want you guys to have your notebooks, pens, and let's get ready. So first and foremost, before we jump in, this is Friday morning. This is the last Friday in July 2021. How do you feel about that? How do you feel that it's literally August 2021, September, October, November? We're going into 2022. I can't believe it, but I'm excited though. I don't know what the future holds or how things are going to play out, but I'm just super excited and blessed to be here and be able to experience it, be able to embrace it. Guys, all of this shifting and these new things going on, it's just going to make or break us. Either it's going to make you or it's going to break you. Don't let it break you, honey. Hang in there. Don't let it break you. Don't let it break you. Don't let it break you. It's not that serious. But, I always say the pain, the struggle, the trauma, the mental health, the not knowing, the unexpected, the uncertain, not having control and all those things. I really do feel all of those things build beasts. Because when you don't know or you're uncertain and all of this and you just don't know. You don't have no control. The reason I say if I feel that it builds beasts, and personally for me, and I think that it do for everybody, if you think about it on this level, the reason I feel that it builds beasts is because you're building more strength, you're building more confidence, you're getting way more uncomfortable doing things that you've never done, doing things you wouldn't even imagine you would be doing. Walaikum assalam. Good morning to you guys on Facebook. So that's why I say that these things build beasts, because you would never know. You would never know if, you would never try to do things that's uncomfortable for you unless you're forced to do it. So before I jump in, we want to talk about 8 things not taught. I have some Freebie Friday things going on and everything. But listen, y'all already know the vibe. Welcome to the Money Room. I'm your girl, Finance Muslima. Y'all know I always say prayers, affirmation, and making an impact. It's 8:20 a.m. You should have said some prayers. You should have spoke some affirmations into yourself and did some type of self-medication talk before jumping on social media. Last but not least, after we have poured into ourselves, we can then be in a position to help other people. Walaikum assalam. Good morning. Thank you, cuz. Appreciate it. So that's how it goes. Prayers, affirmation, making an impact. And then y'all know what I always say before I get started. Everybody is not in a great place where they desire to be right now in life. It's a lot of killing, a lot of crime. People are losing a lot of family. People are struggling low key. People are going through a lot of stuff. So even if it's mental health, whatever the case may be. So y'all know I always say drop some hearts, share some love for someone else. Even if you probably don't even know a person is going through what they're going through, because they're not going to talk about it, because y'all know these social media sites and life is just like everything is portrayed so perfect. So before I jump in, I always like to get started on acknowledging those people that's not really being acknowledged. Life is not perfect. Nothing's perfect. It's not going to be perfect. That's fine if you don't want to share things that you're going through and all that in your personal life, but make sure on the back end you're talking to somebody, you're getting help, whatever religion it is you have. I'm going to first and foremost always say prayers, meditation, therapy, in that order. However it is you need it, I do all 3. And they're game changers, changed my life. All 3 is a part of my daily routine. Therapy is not every day, but I invest in therapy. I pay it, and it's well worth the investment, once a week. So prayers, affirmation, making an impact. drop a heart, drop some hearts, and share some love to somebody who need it on these social sites. People be low key like thinking they gotta have it all together because that's what these people show. So I like to be transparent with y'all. Y'all know I'm real. I like to be open and honest because that's the best way for me to be able to connect with you and help you. So for first and foremost for housekeeping, I do have financial consultations on sale. If you don't know, July was Faith Family and Finance 4-year anniversary. So what I did was I had a lot of things on sale. If you don't know, you can hit up the website and check out all of those things. It's too much and I'm not going to go through it. And make sure you're on the email list. If this is your first time, you need some financial things. You know people that need some financial things. Get on the email list. www.faithfamilyfinance.co www.faithfamilyfinance.co. It's a lot of great things on there. I think that the financial planners may be sold out. We had a big sale last night. They may be sold out. I don't know. I got to check. But I'm super excited. I'm blessed. And I'm very thankful. We had like 150 or something dollar order come through. I don't know. They may be sold out again. It might be going back to pre-order. I'm not sure. I'll let y'all guys know tomorrow. So tag, like, share anybody you know that's in need of some financial information. Your auntie, your cousin, your sister, your brother-in-law. Listen, men need financial help too. They just don't talk about it like us women may, really dive deep in it as we should. All of us know somebody who need a financial conversation. So today, I'm going to talk about 8 things that I feel are the really top keys of what wasn't taught in school. So last week, I touched on, and I was sharing some things about putting your children in a position to build generational wealth, breaking generational curses, having the conversation with your children about money and about mindset, things that a lot of people wasn't grown up with in their household. And I talked and I say that the number one reason that a lot of parents can't do this is because they're not educated enough to be able to give the information to their children. And it's just facts, because if you don't know, how can you teach? If I don't know, if I'm not consistently being a student, learning more of this finance game and shifting my life in different ways, how can I teach? So I'm just being real. I would say 85-90% of the time, the reason that the mindset and the money conversation isn't had at the dinner table is because we don't know enough to share. I'm just being honest, guys. I feel that we are living in a day and age that we should no longer be sheltering our children. Life moves fast. It's always a bunch of shifts. We can see that now from COVID, getting vaccine, maybe going through another shutdown. It's a consistent shift. So my thing would be, it would be selfish of an adult or who's solely in control of the household to not get educated on their finances and then not be able to teach the children, because then you're sheltering them, you're leaving them blindsided, because as life goes on, they're not going to know things that they're supposed to know. School don't teach these things. You already know that. We say it time after again. You say it time after again, but what are you doing to differ in your household? It's just, we just have to be open nowadays to more conversation with our children. It's hard, it's rough, it's different. People are afraid of what they don't know. It's all about opening the mindset. We need to be talking to our children about a lot of things that's not talked about. You don't want them learning stuff on the street. You don't want them learning stuff from other people. Now, granted, they want to go through life and experience different things. We're not talking about that. We're talking about knowing what a checking, knowing the difference between a checkings and a savings account, knowing how to leverage credit cards, knowing what debt is, knowing how to make conscious decisions that will affect them longevity wise, knowing how, they have so many options to build wealth for their children and for their family and for themselves, and be able to pass legacy, because it's not just about currently what's going on right now. Life is so much deeper than that. And to be all the way honest with y'all, a lot of people are faced with so much stress, so much struggle and depression in the current moment, like of right now, today, 8:30 a.m. Friday, July 30th. Like, so many people are faced with so much going on their plate right now today, that they can't even think about or focus on 3 to 6 months from now. And if that is you, that's you got to get help. You got to get help and tighten up, because we supposed to be thinking it every day and operating and goal planning and so forth for longevity, not for today. But I know how that is, being in that place, right? I was like that when I hit rock bottom. What got me out of that place was the same thing I just said: prayers, affirmations. I wouldn't say making an impact, because I wasn't focused on that when I was in the hole trying to get out, right? It was prayers, it was affirmation, it was being open to being exposed and laying my stuff on the line. Like, listen, this is what I'm doing. I need some help. I need to sit with a financial professional. I know how to make money, but for some reason, why do I keep being broke? How do I build longevity? So you have to be willing to be real with yourself first. You have to be real with yourself first. And that will open up your mind to say, hey, be honest, I need help. When you do that, you can shift your whole household, shift your whole life. Because once you do that, open up and start learning more, all of that, you start sharing more. You can pass more down to your children. You can learn more. When you're not in that hole of struggle, depression, and all that kind of stuff, you can then say, you can think, you could be more creative, you could see more, because now it's like you're not in a box no more. You can actually see longevity now. You could actually see, like, wow, it is light at the end of the tunnel. And you start thinking about all crazy things that you can do, but you just never done them due to fear. So now you open up, but you gotta get all that stuff off the surface first. They say it's like layers. Like when you see a person and like people be like, I come as is, like this is me, right? Years ago, a smile was like really a lot of pain, trying to cover up stuff. And it's like some people you have to peel layer after layer, because there's so much dead weight from so many years that people refuse to address. So some people have more work than others, but it doesn't mean you can't get started. It doesn't mean you can't get started. Get started, get started, get started. So first thing, number one, things that's not talked about. Debt is serious. Debt is a serious thing. We have two ways to it. I'm gonna tell you guys both ways, and then because I used to believe in one way, but then as I start learning more in the finance industry and investing and building longevity, I switched, and my mind was like, oh, that's not it for me personally, anyways. So some people believe in paying all debt off. People, it's debt is bad, depending on what kind of debt it is, because it's levels to debt as well, right? So car payments, that's debt. Mortgage is like you own your home, like, yeah, I'm a homeowner, but the bottom line is debt. You don't own it until you pay it off, right? The bank own it. Debt, credit cards. You have all these credit cards. People use credit cards nowadays like debit cards. And that's good to a certain extent, because with credit cards, you build rewards points and so forth. So you can gain money off spending with credit cards, which is a total different situation. But you cannot gain money back or any type of rewards, of course, when you're strictly using a debit card and using your money. But when you're leveraging a credit card and leveraging bank money, you do have rewards and significant paybacks in that, and to a certain extent. Um, so I'm gonna give y'all the two scenarios of debt, right? So I used to think that, um, I don't want debt, pay down the debt. You don't want to have a lot of debt, but the bottom line is I changed, I differed from that probably about 4 or 5 years now, because that's all I've been doing. And I believe the best way to do it is to leverage debt to create passive income. If you are a person that plan for longevity and you like to play for keeps, everybody want to get into the stock market, everybody want to get into real estate, that's leveraging debt to create passive income. And you will say, how? I'm gonna break it down to you. Everybody don't desire to be a homeowner, but you have people that want to get into real estate, they want to get into stocks, all these things. Okay, so if you are a real estate investor, if you buy properties or lease properties, whatever the case may be, and you flip, that's leveraging debt to create passive income, because a mortgage is debt. So whether you have the mortgage and you personally live in it, or whether you have the mortgage and you plan to invest it and flip it with someone else occupying it, either way, it's still debt. A mortgage is debt. So the bottom line is mindset. It depends on which way you want to leverage the debt. Do you want to leverage the debt and personally live inside of the debt, the mortgage that doesn't bring you anything in return for the next 30 years, and you stuck and you do what you got to do to pay this thing off? Or everybody's opinion of it is different. Or do you want to leverage the debt um, to put somebody in it, get it occupied, and then that person that lives in it will pay your mortgage for you every month. They will pay your debt for you every month. Plus, you have extra money left over. So you're making a profit as well. So it depends on how you want to look at it. Because I feel that leveraging debt to create passive income is the way that the 1% and the wealthy have been doing it. We've never been taught to do that. We've just been taught to, go to school, buy a house, all of those things with your own debt, but we never was taught or talked about the other side of it. Leveraging debt to create passive income, that's the perfect example I just told you. Real estate. A mortgage is debt. So if you purchase the home, the property, that's a debt. It's a mortgage on it. The difference is mindset, guys. It all depends on what you want to do. You put somebody in it, they pay your mortgage every month. If the mortgage is $1,200, if the mortgage is $1,100, you add money on top. So you get what the property is worth and you add tax to it. Long as the space is up to par, that you can do that. So suppose you charge, I don't know, $1,500-$1,600 a month, and the mortgage on it may be $700-$800 a month. You're making passive income every month. That's profit. That's like $600-$700 difference on top of, after you even pay the mortgage, which is the debt. So the person living in it is paying your debt. So it's all about, you want to work smarter or harder. That's the easiest breakdown of leveraging debt to create passive income. Another one is, if you're in a process, that's what I did too. If you have secure cards, if you're in a process of, I talked about you guys about my repossession in 2015. How do you get back from there? How do you rebuild your credit and so forth, right? So for me, secure cards, what I was doing was, what you put $300 and you get $300 of leverage from the bank, whatever, you shouldn't go over the 30%. If you do 400, if you get a $500 card, what I was doing with secure cards was I was purchasing products and supplies that I needed for my business, because that was what's going to bring me more money. That's why I've had the money on the secure card so that it can build more money for me. It's about thinking longevity wise. Some people say with secure cards, all I do is, I'm gonna just get some gas on it or buy me a little food, $20, $20 here. Yo, it's so much deeper than that. Why buy things with a secure card that's not bringing you nothing in return? Stop thinking small. If a secure card, credit card, whatever the case may be, I'm not going to get deep into the business banking side, but if you're a person that's rebuilding your credit, you have secure cards, you leveraging them like, yo, I'm trying to get some points, increase my credit. Stop thinking go and put 30 or $40 worth of gas and oh, I'm gonna just pay back 20, 30. Buy something that's gonna make you some more money, please. Buy something that you need to consistently flip in your business. Think long, think bigger, dream bigger. That's the second way that's really simple that I can say leveraging debt to create passive income because a secure card, I'm not going to say it's typically debt, is your money that you're building to help increase your score, but it's a way to leverage. Everything is about leverage, leverage, leverage. So you don't want to go to the gas station and wait 3, 4 months over time, getting this petty $30 worth of gas, taking forever to build your score. If you got a $300 card, go buy something for $100. Buy some products, surprise, all of that. As long as you're not going 30% over your utilization, you should be fine. And pay the money back. Get some more, get bigger, higher points, some better hits instead of thinking so small. So that's my opinion and the way I leverage debt to create passive income. The second one, teaching and knowing that all accounts are not the same. It's as simple as a checking and a savings account. All accounts are not the same. We still have people out here that have CDs and own CDs with banks. I don't understand when they sitting there all of these years in the bank making the bank money and they're not creating you and your family any money. If you have money with a bank right now with a CD, I highly suggest take the money out, take the tax hit, sign up for life insurance with an IUL policy and just put that money in it. You will be gaining between probably 8 to 12% interest on your money and you'll be locked in with a rate, right? CDs and all that kind of stuff, 0.025, 1.2%. Listen, we got to think bigger. You invest in, build wealth through life insurance. I'm telling you guys, the index universal life, bare minimum 6%, but you're going to be gaining between 8 and 12%. And it just depends on what company depends on how much you can afford every month. If you got CDs and all that kind of stuff still nowadays, guys, that stuff don't make no money. The next one, not all credit cards are the same. That's a big fact. Not all credit cards are the same. So what I'm learning to leverage to do as well right now is gaining rewards points and gaining money back using credit cards versus using my debit card. And I will say that's a whole nother ball game as well because it's super dope. And it's like, wow, we never like this stuff was never talked about, but it's so basic. It's all in the small fine print that we don't read with these credit cards. Oh, like, oh, I don't shop there. I'm not going there to get nothing. That's not where I shop. Listen, if you knew the return of your investment, spending your money, you will make it your business to go there and just buy something and learn how to play the game to get some money back on the rewards and the cash back points on credit cards. All credit cards are not the same. So understand and know what you're getting yourself into. People like, oh, I want American Express, or I'm gonna get in a credit union. How can you get me a Navy Federal? I can get anybody in Navy Federal. It's not secret sauce. I can get you a Navy Federal same way I did. That's cool. But why are you doing it though? Are you doing it because people are saying Navy Federal is the best, is the best thing to do right now because everybody's doing it? Or do you want somebody to let you in Navy Federal as a member and get your own account because you want to leverage them. Baby, they got money. You need to be worried about getting these accounts to leverage them in a way that's best for you and your family, and stop saying y'all don't even be knowing why y'all want to get stuff. Y'all just want it because y'all see it on the internet and people saying that they doing it. Why do you want this for you and your family? You know, people are like, I don't understand it. Oh, I'm gonna get I need an 800 or 900, a 800 or 900 score. You sitting on an 800 score. You just happy with telling social media every day you got an 800 score. And baby, you know you sitting on millions. You know what you could be doing with an 800 credit score? Stop worrying about what you want to share with people and doing it just to prove something and all that. Do make moves to better you and your family life. Who cares about all of that? You know what you could do with an 800 credit score besides telling everybody on social media what you got, and you know all of this. That stuff is dead. It brings you no money. That's the bottom line. And then number four, saving isn't investing. So it's a huge difference in saving and investing. So I will say that I can relate that back to the CD situation. If you're a person that still has CDs in the bank, right? And there's nothing wrong with it. We just don't know. When you don't know, you don't know. So um savings. So savings would be something as a CD. If people have CDs in the bank, if you have a savings account, you're like, yo, I want to save 50,000, you know, all of that. That's saving. Investing is a whole nother ball game, right? So so say you saved up $50,000, right? And you have 50,000 sitting in your bank, the credit union, right? That 50,000 you have sitting in the credit union is making the credit union more money because they do nothing but flip our money and put interest on it, and they make money with people money sitting in the bank. So when you get on the other side of the game and you learn investing, you find something to invest in, you should no longer have 50,000 sitting in the bank. You may want to leave 20 there or whatever the case may be, but you need to be investing at least 10,000 of it. And when people get this so misconstrued, because when you people that are afraid of what they don't know, when you say investing, people think that all investing is like a huge gamble, like, oh, I can't afford to lose no money. You do your research and your homework. You put your money into stuff that you know is going to make you more money and be a guaranteed rate of return. And all of the time is not going to be a guaranteed rate of return, depending on what game you play. If people think that the stock market is a guaranteed rate of return, it's not. The stock market, if I had 50,000 in a bank, the stock market is not a place that I'm going to put 10,000 because that's risky money. That's jeopardizing money. If you have 50,000 in the bank and you say I got 10 that I want to play with, go invest in something. Go invest in somebody else's business. Go and you got an 8 or 700 credit score. Go sit with the bank and try to get you a fixer up or building, or put 10,000 towards somebody else investing in some units or something like that, like a group thing. And guess what? From putting that 10,000 out, you're going to get a certain amount, a check every month. So it's put your mind in the frame of doing something once and continuously getting paid. That's it. You can't do that with a job. With a job, you have to show up in order to get that money every month. Grasp your mind around doing something once and continuously getting paid for it. That's investing. So saving and investing is completely different. And if your money is sitting in the savings account in the bank, please don't think that you're investing, or please don't think that it's going to be easy to save $1 million, because it don't go like that. In order to make $1 million, and especially quick, I know that's what I'm consistently doing, consistently flipping. Right? So the money just sitting there like, yeah, that's cool. I'm going to make moves and I'm going to consistently flip, but I'm not going to spend everything that I have. It's just making the right decisions. And then number 5, you can make money online. A lot of people are afraid of, making money online. This Wi-Fi money is pretty good. I can tell y'all that. This Wi-Fi money changed my life when COVID hit because I wasn't afraid to do this. People are like, oh, I don't have time. How you get online so much? You know, all of that. When your clients are getting results and you see results, you're going to do it. And the reason that I know, because you relate it to a job. If you work for 2 weeks, you got direct deposit. That 3,000-4,000 hit that account every other week. Baby, you're going to show up for work. I know. I've been there before. So it's the same thing when you're relating, but when you're related to business, it's a better, I tell people when you get client results, when you start to get sales and everything in business, it even builds confidence. Because now you're like, wow, I really can do this. That's what it's supposed to do. But when you're doing it for something that you own, whether it be a side hustle or, something you learn or have a business, when you get those results, it's different because guess what? The work you put into it is harder. It's more grind. It's not as simple as just showing up and living off of a daily routine, doing the same thing every day, all day. It's not like that. In this game, when you I don't know what happened, guys. Okay. Number 6, budgeting is crucial. Budgeting is crucial. When it comes to budgeting, we tend to think, oh, I don't need to budget my money. I just want to increase the income, all of these things. You're going to get an increase in income. I don't know what's going on today, but when it comes to the budgeting thing, it is a must. If you have Mindset and Money Gate Planner, if you've never done a budget, you're not familiar, you're like, hey, I'm all over the place with this thing. I'm trying to get it together. In the planner, I put a sample budget up here. So you know how you should be, where you should be getting started doing your budget, and at bare minimum, what should be on your own personal budget in your book. Right? So people are focused on and I used to be too, because that's just how our minds work. I need to increase the income. I need more sales. I need this, I need that. But when you learn to master the basics, something as simple as a budget, and you constantly in control of your money before you get paid, and you're constantly giving every single dollar a job, you don't have to be worried about how I'm gonna do this, because everything will come. Just learn to master the basics. Learn to master the basics. Learn to master the basics. Budgeting is essential because we get out of control, and especially with it being summertime. Everybody got so much to prove. Everybody outside, all these things going on. I want y'all to know and be prepared. We are probably going to have another shutdown. I want y'all to understand that it's money online, and whatever it is that you do and whatever business you have, you need to get in tune and start adjusting to the new and what's going on, or pay somebody and figure out how you're going to get some of this money, because it's getting ready to start rolling back again. Number 7, direct deposits can save you money. I don't know if we still have people going inside check cashing places. We do. Check cashing places make millions of dollars. Check cashing places make millions of dollars. Do you know why? People are going in there cashing checks and they're charging $5, $10 to cash them. Check cashing places still make money. I don't even know why we're still going in that place. You should have a regular basic checking and savings account. Everybody should. And direct deposit. Earning, then I wanted to talk on earning cash back. I spoke on that a little bit earlier with the credit card game. If you're in a position where you're building your credit, leveraging secure cards, and you're eventually trying to get to start applying and getting credit cards, when you get your credit cards, you need to understand and know how to balance them. How, guys, everything that we do, look for a rate of return. Look to leverage. Don't just be average and do the regular. Think farther. Okay, how is it going to help me later? I have which one? Oh, it's dating your finances. I believe that's the one. Dating your finances. That's the one that I decided to put back on replay because you guys loved it. A lot of people liked the layout. They were sending me DMs, and I said I'm going to keep it on sale. Put it on sale today again for Freebie Friday. Freebie Friday, dating your finances, and girls love to have fun. We got the Mindset and Money Game Planner. I'm doing free shipping only for today until midnight. www.faithfamilyfinance.co, www.faithfamilyfinance.co. If this conversation and this training and these topics I talk about help you, please help me to expand my community, the Mindset and Money Gang. Like, comment, share with someone else who's in need. A lot of people are. So, or if you don't want to and you're getting this information, I hope that you get something back in return and really use the information. Take action. I talk and gave a lot of stuff this morning in 30 minutes. And I know that it was something in there that you need, because otherwise you wouldn't have stayed online as long. So I love you guys. Hope you have an amazing weekend.